red, is in red. Ladies in red, ladies in red. Discuss the latest news, just fans giving their views. This channel is red. They see the bar and raise it, plus they rep for the ladies. Trust it's red. See my voice is in football. Red. If you want to talk up, it's a red channel for me and you. Subscribe and tune into the ladies in red.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Ladies in Red. I hope that you are all doing well. I hope that you all managed to catch up with the game today. And I obviously had to do a recap for it. It's World Cup. And I think me, like many other people, have been trying to get myself in the mode for it. It feels really surreal having the World Cup at this time. And obviously England playing today at 1 o'clock. I was at work, sat amongst secondary school kids watching the game. But you know what? I've got to be honest, I thought England, fair play. I thought it was a professional performance. We played well. And look, I've seen a lot of people already saying he's coming home and whatnot, and this is why other countries hate us, because we've beaten Iran, and we have to be realistic about that. Very good performance nonetheless, and like I say, we were ruthless, scored a lot of goals. We shared the goals out, and seeing the likes of Saka and Rashford scoring as well after what happened to them after the Euros, like it's a proud moment. Jack Grealish, a special mention to him as well, doing that celebration, bless him. To Finley, I know he's just tweeted that out as well. I just think that's just class, and that's why we love football, and that's why it's a beautiful game. You can have that kind of impact on other people's lives. But yeah, I thought Shivan said there, hello, great start for England. Definitely a great start for England. Really, really positive one. And I wasn't expecting 6. It could have been more, let's be honest. I wasn't expecting it. Hello to Jonas. Hello to Ravi as well. Yeah, England definitely got the ball rolling today in terms of the World Cup. A great start. But as usual, we're talking about VAR after it, and I'm sick of talking about VAR. Like, how on earth can you give the rugby tackle and the cuddling and whatever happened on Harry Maguire in the first half as not a pen, and then give that as a pen at the end? Like, that's left a sour taste in my mouth after what was a near-perfect performance from England. I don't really get how that can be given. And big up to Lewis. Hello, mate. I hope you're doing good. But yeah, I just felt, you know what, England, good performance. Bellingham, his price tag after this tournament is going to be hefty, you'd think, because what a player he is. Scoring in the World Cup as well, obviously. Is he 19 years old? Like, it's ridiculous what a player he is. Saka getting a brace, brilliant. Rashford obviously coming on and scoring with pretty much his first touch was great as well. Did I actually score 6 yesterday? Did I actually? You know, I did I 6-1? Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Oh, see, I told you, I'm predicting it. I'm playing again tonight at 7 o'clock on ECL. Maybe I can predict the next lot, but yeah, I forgot about that, you know. I forgot about it. Hello to a Lawbreaker. Good start, happy for Rashford. Yeah, it's a great goal from Rashford as well, the little chop that he did in the finish. But I thought going forward, we looked really good. Obviously, Sterling's goal I thought was really good as well. I mean, Grealish, fair play to Wilson. He didn't have to cut that back, obviously, playing for England at the World Cup, a cap that he probably didn't think he would get. So someone like him as well within his right to have a shot, and the fact that he's pulled it back for Grealish is brilliant. I mean, you've just seen from some of the pictures, like Foden's face for Rashford's goal. Like I say, Wilson pulling it back for Grealish. Like, the morale in the squad seems very good and very positive, doesn't it? And now, hopefully, long may that continue, because I think if you're going to win a tournament, you need that for sure. You need that morale between your teammates. The stoppage time was a bit hefty today, wasn't it? It's a bit crazy with the concussion, obviously, to their goalkeeper and obviously Maguire as well. Hopefully, both players are okay. But yeah, I thought a really positive start from England, a really professional performance. After our form going into this tournament as well, yeah, I know we're playing Iran, as we keep saying, but we can't write anybody off. So the fact that we got into it from the off, really, and having that long period where with the pause in the game and stuff, we could have quite easily switched off of that, and we didn't. So fair play to England, a really good start. But like I say, like, we have to be realistic. We can't get carried away. We've beaten Iran. We should be beating Iran. And no disrespect to them. Obviously, they got 2 goals at the end as well. Be interesting to see actually who goes through out of our group as well as us if we go through. Wales, obviously, USA later on, which I think is going to be, I think that's a fairly even matchup, to be fair. I think it's going to be interesting. And obviously, I've already mentioned Iran. Yeah, you predicted us getting beat by Villa in FIFA 2. Don't do it again. Maybe I've got some mad power. I actually totally forgot that I scored 6 against Iran yesterday as well. I totally forgot that. But I am back at 7 o'clock, like I say, on ECL later. And I will be obviously talking about that. But what's everyone's thoughts then? So we've seen our first game from England now. And like I said, it was a dominant performance, a really good performance. Where, like, hand on heart, how far can England go in this tournament, in your opinion? And I know we get to see other teams playing. Obviously, Netherlands at the moment are playing the draw-in with Senegal at half-time 0-0. And obviously, you've got the likes of Argentina, who are their favourites, Brazil, who are obviously up there, the likes of France, Spain. Like, there's a lot of teams that we're going to come up against, and you think it's going to be a tough one, but you have to beat the best to win it. And I genuinely feel, and I'm not getting too carried away, but I feel like on our day we can genuinely beat anybody. The issue for England is keeping up that consistency and having that day often enough in a tournament. If you have an off day, then you feel like you're going to be punished. And defensively, we proved today if you switch off slightly, even Iran can put goals against you. Against the top teams, you can't switch off like that. I think at times we're a bit over confident, over elaborate, which is going to happen when you're leading as much as we were. I mean, made some stupid balls, some suicidal balls, you call them, as you're trying to pass them across the pitch. I remember Trippier doing one in particular. And I do feel like against better teams, they're going to pencil you and punish you for that. So we need to kind of rule iron those bits out of our game. And I already mentioned that the VAR, the impact that has. Luckily, that Maguire decision didn't influence too much today in terms of the game. But say if you're playing against Brazil in a semi-final and that's not given, that could be a massive moment. And that's why VAR, and we always say you need a bit of luck in tournaments as well. Bellingham was magnificent, really impressive in his performance, maybe my man of the match. Yeah, I think Bellingham was ridiculous. He was everywhere. His quality on the ball, he very rarely gives it away. And the header as well, he made it look easy, but it was a great header for his goal as well. So, yeah, Jude Bellingham definitely up there for man of the match. Obviously, Saka got it, I know, because he scored 2, but I think Bellingham was in with a shout 100%. And fair play to Saka. Look, when it comes to the national team, I'm not biased in terms of rivals. Of course, for me, we are complete, we are a unit, and that's a big thing about we need that solidarity if we're going to win anything. Saka, I want to say fair play to him as well. Like I say, after what happened to him at the end of the last tournament, and Rashford is another one as well, to come and have the performance that he had today was positive every time he got it. The first goal, what a finish that was. But yeah, I think that Saka played really, really well, and I want to big him up on his performance as well. Maguire, a lot of people questioned him about their first goal, but I thought in general, I thought Maguire had a pretty solid game as well. Big up to Nip, and I hope you're doing well. And yeah, all in all, like I say, I think there was a lot of performances, a lot of people who stood out. The fact that we shared the goals around as well, I think, is a big plus. And that morale, that we seem to have that unity between players, that's what we need. If we're standing a chance of winning this tournament, that's what we need. I felt like the last few friendlies we've had in the Nations League games, I don't know, we seemed a bit disjointed. We seemed like it was going a bit stale under Southgate. If we can get those good vibes rolling again, which surely we've had the best possible start to the tournament by scoring 6 goals, surely we can get that positivity going. I do think that on our day, like I've already mentioned, we can beat anybody. I'm not sitting here saying, England are going to win or it's coming home or any of that. But it's a positive start. It's a positive start. I'd like to be confident, but the performance in the last 18 months still have me worried. Exactly. Today was good. But I'm not forgetting about the Nations League games that we've had in the run-up to this. We had one for over a year, so we haven't been in good form. But what a time to hit good form if we hit it now. But we need consistency. That's how you win tournaments. You have to be consistent. And England have proven time and time again that we just aren't that consistent team. Can this group prove differently? Obviously, we got to Euros final, which is an amazing achievement. Can we go one step further now? And I mentioned it before, with the Euros, I felt like we had lots of players who were on form at the same time, which obviously boosted our performances, and obviously the fact that it was at Wembley and stuff like that. We had a lot of things in our favour. In Qatar, obviously they heated against us for one. I think we've got a lot of players who either aren't in form, or for example, Calvin Phillips has moved, not really been playing. Harry Maguire's not really been playing. Joe, so I just don't think we have the same look really with us. So we need to be on it. It was a good game, says Alex, but ref had a shocker for the penalty, the non-penalty for the same offence. Hi, Sophie. Even when the ref went to look at it, I'm looking at it thinking, where? I can't even see a penalty. But you always know when the ref goes to the monitor, he's going to give it as a pen, disappointingly. And yeah, I can't get over the Maguire one. Don't get me wrong, you see it all the time, players holding, but he's literally grappling onto Maguire and he falls to the ground and he's still holding Maguire. He doesn't lose him. I think if he had a choice, he'd still be holding him there whilst Maguire's in the change room getting changed. Like, he just didn't want to let go. And for me, that has to be a penalty. And the fact that it wasn't, apparently it was looked at, but surely it wasn't. It can't have been. Intrigued to see how US does against Wales. It will definitely be a bigger test for England. Yeah, I think that's a pretty evenly matched game. I think that's going to be an interesting one. And for those who are tuning into my ECL at 7 o'clock, just to let you know, we'll be doing a watch along for that, coinciding with my stream as well. I will have it on in the background. But yeah, I think that's going to be a really interesting one. But yeah, my favourites for the tournament, look, I have to put England there because, I like I've already said, I feel you look at our squad on paper, on our day, we can beat anybody. But we do need to be consistent. We need to keep that positivity going. We don't want that negativity from the fans and stuff as well. We need to be positive, and from the press, of course, as well. We know what happens in tournaments with England. I'm not getting ahead of myself. We beat Iran. We should be beating Iran. But it was a dominant performance, and it was the best possible start we could have had, apart from conceding, obviously, the 2 goals. Stupid goals, we'd say. Questionable one as well, the penalty. Good evening to Doug. Doug, let me know if you watched the game and your thoughts on it as well. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I have to put England there. I mean, I can't really look past Argentina and Brazil when I look at their team. Could Maguire was in his? I think if he could have, he would have. Alex, honestly, he was holding on to him for that long, and the fact that that wasn't given is just baffling me. He was literally spooning him on the floor. He was still holding him. But yeah, ref says no penalty, and then literally we barely touched their player, and it's a penalty. As usual, we shouldn't be talking about VAR now. We should be talking about our performance, but we're not. We're talking about VAR. And like I say, if that's against Brazil or someone, that could have been a really costly decision. Luckily, it's not come back to bite us on the bum, but it could have. I had it on Bros work and I saw 30 minutes. No idea how you guys didn't get a pen. It was crazy. And yeah, obviously that they did as well. And that's what I mean. We shouldn't really be dwelling on that too much. Luckily, it wasn't too costly. But I just hope that we can have a bit of consistency with VAR because that's not really been a good start, has it? And that goal yesterday, to be fair, the one in the Qatar game, I was scratching my head thinking, how's that offside? How is it offside? And they showed the little graphic and I was like, oh, fair enough, I'm wrong. It was offside. But there I'm watching it again and I'm thinking, I still don't really see how that was. I mean, if I meant Valencia, he could have had a hat trick. He'd have been gutted. But yeah, like I say, luckily it wasn't too costly. But I just hope that we can establish VAR in this tournament and use it beneficially. And I hope it doesn't have too much of a role in deciding these big crucial games in controversial ways. I just hope that doesn't happen. Great goals from seeing the youngsters flourish is just great, isn't it? Like I said, Bellingham's header was quality. Sterling's was a good finish as well. Saka's first one, what a finish, and the second one, to be fair, he did the little chop inside and obviously puts it away. Rashford's just come on and he did the little slide, little dummy, and places it under the keeper. And obviously Grealish as well. Wilson being really unselfish and pulling it back to him. And again, it was a simple finish, but the fact that Wilson chose to pull it back, I think that says a lot about him as a person, but also the morale that we've got in our squad. And I keep saying it, but I think that is essential if you're going to go on and go far in this tournament. So great start. USA will be a different test for us on Friday, 100%. Guys, just to let you know, after every England game, I am going to do a quick recap, as I have done tonight. I am, unfortunately, I'm out on Friday, so I'll be watching the game on my phone. But just to let you know, Mason Nat will be filling in for me. So there will be a Ladies in Red stream after the game on Friday as well. And there will be for every of the England games. All the way to the final, hopefully. But yeah, I'm going to try and keep that World Cup content going. And as I've already mentioned, guys, this is a quick one on here, obviously just a recap, but I am live again at 7 o'clock over on ECL on Twitch. If you want to see me do my England World Cup career mode, Sophgate, come and join me over there. And as I've already said, I will be watching the Wales game alongside it as well. And I want to say a massive thank you to everyone. I had a few messages and stuff asking if I'm okay. I'm still not great. I'm still not 100%, but I'm better than I was. And as always, thank you for your patience, for sticking with me. I appreciate it as always. And yeah, I think I've pretty much covered everything I need to summarise, really. All that's left to say is, come on, England. USA is a different test. We can't write anybody off in this tournament. And when I say anybody, I mean anybody. We've got to be up for it. And how did that keeper not go straight? Yeah, he was clearly not right. I don't get it, though. Again, that could have been majorly costly, and I hope it's okay, as I said at the start of the stream. But yeah, I was thinking, surely he shouldn't be carrying on. That was a tough hit that he took to the face as well. And the fact that they're trying to persevere, the keeper of all people, surely you don't risk it. So if it's a bit wobbly, you don't want to risk it, do you? Because I'm thinking shoot on sight if you're England. But yeah, they should have gone straight off. And Shivan, thank you. I appreciate it as always. And to everyone in the chat, much love to you all. I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. Enjoy the football. And hopefully I'll see a few of you over on ECL. At 7 o'clock on Twitch. But until then, guys, look after yourselves. Take care. And of course, share the video. I'd appreciate if you could share the video, guys. Get more people over to view these. I know there's a lot of World Cup content over there. So I know I'm a little fish in a big pond. So if you could share it, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the football. And I'll see you all soon.